That guy owes me money.
See you guys. See you, PJ.
Thank you, Brian. Bailey77 on Instagram. Please follow him. I'm already live, so that works. We support our local comicals around here. My name's PJ Cote. Who said something about Idaho earlier? I have a terrible grandpa joke. Grandpa told me to tell this. He said, how come they canceled the Miss Ebonics pageant? Nobody wanted to be Miss Idaho. Welcome to the climbing gym, where we do comedy at a climbing gym, because that makes perfect sense. When you walk into the climbing gym, there's a sign that says, let's talk about rope safety. Why? The last time I talked about rope safety was through a ball gag, while Mistress Roxana was smashing me with a tool called a Cat O' Tails. If you're not familiar with a Cat O' Tails, it has 9 opportunities to rend your flesh. And it was terrible also because my safe word is carabiner, and she's half Mexican. That made her even more mad. And she flayed me harder with the Cat O' Tails, as it were. So your wife went home with Jamal, huh? Not to worry, just because they were talking about BBC, I'm sure they were just going to go home to watch English television. Nothing to worry about with Jamal. I noticed here, let's give it up real quick for Connor for putting this on and doing this thing. Give it a little round of applause for Connor. Hey, Connor, give him some love. Connor O'Kane, please, all the people. There's like at least 7 people here. So Connor, he customized his space here by having a hand-knitted the set closet right here as our facade. Hey, Connor, who's the person who took care of knitting this for us here?
Nice gal by the name of Carrie Allen.
Carrie Allen. So I guess like in the building, she would be the main person in charge of the knitting. I guess you'd call her the house knitter.
Oh my fucking god.
No?
No.
Holy shit.
Hey, how do you know that? How do you know somebody is? What do you call a guy who's faking having Parkinson's disease? Michael J. Faux. F-A-U-X. Good news, guys. I recently had a coitus pond installed in my backyard. You know what a coitus pond is?
No, I've never seen
Parker? It's similar to a regular koi pond, except you get to fuck the fish.
Oh.
The mouths it works real nice. Trust me. If you have too much girth, it could create problems. So you could lose a lot of scales that way. So ladies, please, if we're gonna have coitus, speaking of coitus, if we're gonna have coitus, please tell us beforehand if you have an IUD. You need to give full disclosure if you got a RoboCop helmet attached to your cervix. We need to know about that, because it can be uncomfortable. It leaves a mark. Like, what if a guy did that? What if we just stapled a bracket to the side of our ween dog and was like, oh, this might scratch a little going in, but this is my little bracket. It's a sperm catcher. Oh, I also tied a little paper clip to the end of my dingus so it can poke your soft tissue. That's the same difference. Tell us if you got hardware where we're expecting soft tissue. As gentlemen, I'm speaking for a lot of people.
It does hurt.
Thank you. So, let me keep looking at my thing. Oh man, I'm about this close to quitting comedy and selling cake pops full-time on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, wow.
Hey, this one goes out to all the one-hit wonders. You know those one-hit wonders, they do one song and we're still supposed to go to their reunion tours 30 years later. It's like, God damn it, it's 2026 Semisonic. What am I supposed to do for you people? Semisonic? No? Okay. I'm cool with that. I love you guys anyway. When I was a young man, I was homeschooled. I was always homeschooled. And at one point, I went to my dad and asked him if I could take up the act of ventriloquism. I had found a clearance rack puppet, ventriloquist puppet at the Loblaws on special. So I says to Dad, hey, can you finance my new pursuit of puppetry? And I had this top hat in mind too. And my dad thankfully put the kibosh on any pursuits of puppetry because, you know, he's not going to fuck with my already unsteady social standing, right? Like, imagine if I just showed up to school one day with my fucking top hat on and I got my hand up Charlie McCarthy's ass, right? And I'm doing puppetry. I mean, every kid in school would just drop whatever the fuck they had in their hand and come over to beat the shit out of me mercilessly. Like the whole thing with the nerdism, it starts with the puppetry, right? Next thing you know, you're playing Magic the Gathering and you have D&D campaigns and you're going to Comic-Con and, you know, next thing you know, you're in a 6-foot squirrel costume getting butt fucked by Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not a good look. So, I'm going to leave you with this. I don't want to leave on a sad note, but I apologize. I'm a little depressed and bummed out today. I got my entire bowling team disqualified from the bowling league before we could bowl our first frame. Yeah, for everybody else's future reference, do not name your bowling team the Sphere Chuckers. All right? Under. For future reference. I love you guys. My name is PJ Cote. We'll see you next time. I love you unconditionally. Whee!
PJ Cote, everybody. Give it up for PJ Cote. Yeah.
Talk to me!
This next comic is another one of my favorite people.